The phone's screen glowed like a betrayal in the dim bedroom light, illuminating fragments of words that seared into my brain. Last night was incredible. Can't wait to feel you again. My hands shook as I scrolled up, the messages unfolding like a nightmare script. Flirty emojis, late-night plans, photos that made my stomach churn. Sarah's phone, left carelessly on the nightstand while she showered, had become my unintended confessional. The steam from the bathroom wafted out, carrying the scent of her lavender shampoo, a smell that once comforted me but now twisted like a knife. I dropped the phone as if it burned, my heart hammering against my ribs, fury and heartbreak colliding in a visceral wave that left me gasping. How long? Who was he? And why did the laughter bubbling from the bathroom sound so innocent, so mocking? I stood there, frozen in our cozy apartment, the one we'd furnished together over 2 years, with its mismatched thrift store lamps and the soft rug that muffled my pacing. The city noise filtered through the cracked window. Distant sirens, the hum of traffic, a reminder that life outside churned on while mine shattered. Denial hit first, a desperate whisper. Maybe it's a friend. Joke. But the timestamps matched her girls' nights, the ones where she'd come home smelling of cologne that wasn't mine. Humiliation flooded in, hot and suffocating, picturing her with him, laughing at my oblivious trust. I clenched my fists, nails digging into palms, the pain grounding me as resentment brewed, a slow poison seeping into every memory. Sarah emerged from the bathroom, towel-wrapped, her wet hair dripping onto the hardwood floor with soft plips. She froze when she saw me, phone in hand, her green eyes widening in that split second of guilt before the mask slipped on. Jake, what are you doing with my phone? I thrust it toward her, voice trembling with suppressed rage. Who's Alex? And why are you planning to meet up tomorrow? She snatched it, scanning the screen, and then, to my disbelief, she laughed. A sharp, defiant bark that echoed off the walls. Oh, come on. Just texting. What are you gonna do, break up with me? Her tone dripped with sarcasm, eyes rolling as if I'd overreacted to a spilled drink. The words hung in the air, a challenge that ignited something primal. Break up. As if it were that simple, that trivial. Heartbreak clawed at my chest, but anger surged hotter. Just texting. There are pictures, Sarah. Nudes. Plans to fuck him. She crossed her arms, towel slipping slightly, but she didn't bother adjusting it. You're being dramatic. Alex is fun. You're always working, Jake. Stressed out. I need excitement. Excitement. The word stung like a slap. I'd been grinding at my graphic design job, pulling overtime to save for a ring, for our future. Obsession flickered to life in that moment. Not just hurt, but a dark fascination with making her pay. But doubt whispered. Was I partly to blame? Neglectful. I sank onto the bed, the mattress creaking under my weight, head in hands. The room smelled of her, perfume mingling with steam, intimate and now invasive. That night we argued in circles, her deflections natural, almost rehearsed. It's not cheating if it's just words, she insisted, pouring wine with steady hands, the glug of liquid mocking my turmoil. Grow up, Jake. Everyone does it. Everyone. My voice cracked, resentment layering over guilt. Had I ignored signs? Her late nights, the secretive smiles at her phone. I stormed out, the door slamming behind me. Cool night air slapping my face as I wandered the neon-lit streets. Rain-slicked sidewalks reflected streetlights, my footsteps splashing in puddles. Inner thoughts raced. Fantasies of confronting Alex, of smashing her phone, but deeper, a cold resolve formed. Revenge. Not impulsive, calculated. I'd uncover everything, expose her, make her feel the humiliation gnawing at me. Back home she was asleep or pretending, her breathing even under the comforter. I slipped into bed, body rigid, mind plotting. Who was Alex? A quick search on her phone, password unchanged, arrogance or indifference, revealed his last name, Turner. A co-worker from her marketing firm. Tomorrow I'd dig deeper. But as sleep evaded me, moral conflict stirred. Was this me? The guy who'd once surprised her with picnics, now scheming in the dark. The next morning, sunlight filtered through blinds in harsh stripes, casting shadows on the kitchen table where we ate in silence. Cereal clinked against bowls, the sound amplified in the tension. "We good?" she asked casually, sipping coffee, her robe gaping slightly as if testing me. "Yeah," I lied, forcing a smile that felt like glass. Inside, obsession grew, visions of her regret, her laughter turning to pleas. But fear crept in. What if revenge destroyed me too? At work, my cubicle felt claustrophobic, the hum of computers and distant chatter a backdrop to my distraction. I pulled up social media on my laptop, searching Alex Turner. His profile: smug grin, gym selfies, posts about living wild. Mutual friends with Sarah, confirmation. Resentment boiled as I imagined their trysts. During lunch, I skipped the cafeteria, opting for a park bench, the autumn leaves crunching underfoot, wind carrying the scent of hot dogs from a vendor. There I planned, hack her accounts. No, too risky. Follow her. Sockrish. Instead, subtle, befriend Alex online, gather dirt. That evening, back in the apartment, the air thick with unspoken rage, I cooked dinner. Pasta simmering on the stove, garlic scent wafting, as a facade of normalcy. "How was work?" asked voice even. "Fine," she replied, scrolling her phone, a secretive smile playing on her lips. Was it him? Tension built, a slow coil in my gut. Days blurred into a routine of feigned affection masking my investigation. I'd accidentally see her texts, noting meetups. One night, as rain pattered against the window, I followed her to a bar downtown. Hiding in shadows, the neon sign buzzing overhead, I watched through the fogged glass, her laughing with him, hand on his arm. Humiliation peaked, but so did resolve. Back home I journaled my thoughts, brutal honesty. I hated her now but loved the girl she was. Doubt nagged, end it cleanly. No, she deserved to squirm. Subtle hints emerged. I forgot anniversaries, grew distant, watching her confusion mount. "What's wrong?" she'd ask, concern feigned or real. "Nothing," I'd reply, suppressing rage. Inside, planning intensified, expose her at work. To friends, moral grayness loomed, justified or monstrous. By week's end, obsession consumed me. Sleepless nights, the clock ticking mockingly. I hacked her email, weak password, her birthday. More evidence. Hotel bookings, explicit emails. Guilt twisted, invading privacy, but betrayal justified it. Fear of discovery added suspense, heart racing at every creak. The confrontation brewed slowly, like storm clouds gathering over the city skyline visible from our balcony. I waited for the right moment, evidence compiled in a hidden folder on my computer. Screenshots, timelines, even a recorded call I'd overheard. The apartment felt smaller, walls closing in with the weight of secrets. Sarah noticed my distance, her touches lingering longer, as if sensing the shift. "Jake, talk to me," she pleaded one evening, wine glass in hand, the ruby liquid swirling like blood. "I'm fine," I said, voice laced with suppressed fury. Inside, fantasies played. Her face crumbling as I revealed everything. But doubt persisted. Was this love turned toxic or justice? That Friday, she announced a work event. I knew better. Texts confirmed a rendezvous with Alex at a downtown hotel. I let her go, kissing her cheek, the contact burning. "Have fun," I whispered, a subtle hint she missed. Alone, the apartment echoed with silence broken only by the fridge's hum. I paced, hardwood cool under bare feet, mind racing through plans. Call her boss. Anonymous tip about office romance. Too petty. No, personal. I'd crash their meetup, but twisted. Instead, I drove to the hotel, rain lashing the windshield, wipers thumping rhythmically. The lobby gleamed with marble and chandeliers, the air scented with overpriced flowers. At the bar I waited, nursing a beer, the bitter taste mirroring my mood. Hours ticked by, tension coiling. Then they appeared, Sarah in a red dress, Alex's arm around her waist. Laughter floated over, piercing. I approached quietly, heart pounding. Sarah. She spun, face paling. Jake. What are you? Surprise, I said flatly, eyes on Alex, who shifted uncomfortably, his cologne cloying. It's not what, she started. I cut her off, pulling out my phone, showing a screenshot. It is. All of it. Alex backed away. Dude, I didn't know. Liar, I snapped, rage bubbling. But this wasn't the end, merely the spark. Back home, the argument exploded. Doors slammed, voices raised over the storm outside. You spied on me, she yelled, tears streaking mascara. You cheated, I countered, heartbreak raw. Laughed in my face. She collapsed on the couch, sobbing. I was lonely. You changed, distant. Blame shifting. Resentment hardened my resolve. Pack your things. But as she gathered clothes, guilt surged. Her vulnerability, our shared history. Was revenge worth this? She left that night, slamming the door, rain swallowing her footsteps. Alone, obsession peaked. I'd expose her fully. Social media posts. No subtler. I contacted mutual friends anonymously, sharing snippets. Whispers spread, her reputation fraying. Days later she called, voice broken. Jake, please. I'm losing friends, my job's at risk. Good, I said coldly, but inside moral conflict raged. Poetic justice or cruelty. Tension built as consequences unfolded. Alex ghosted her, coward. Her boss confronted her about distractions. She showed up at my door, drenched, pleading. I messed up. Forgive me. Her eyes, once captivating, now hollow. Heartbreak echoed mine, but resolve held. No. As she left, a twist unraveled. Rifling through leftover belongings, I found her journal. Entries revealed her affair stemmed from my own secrets. A one-night stand I'd hidden, confessed in drunken guilt to a friend who'd told her. She'd known, laughed to mask her pain, the affair her revenge. Shock hit. Mutual betrayal. Guilt crashed, obsession dissolving into regret. I called her, voice trembling. I found your journal. Silence then. Now you know. We both broke us. The payoff. Not destruction but mirror image pain. We met for coffee, rain pattering on cafe windows. Scents of espresso grounding us. No reconciliation, just understanding. Morally gray, we parted, scars matching, a twisted justice in shared ruin.